Hello, and welcome back to He Is Coming. So, we're going to be going against the swamp again today, and just as something as well, like, where is it? In the, compendium here, you can actually look, because I mentioned last time that we got this quite interesting synergy going, but you can kind of like look at some of the different items here to kind of give ourselves an idea of what might be there. So something Twilight Crest, Weaver Medallion, Basilisk Gaze, Bloodstone Pendant, Champion's Greaves. But I'll be honest, you know, like Glasses of the Hero, I'm not entirely certain what all of these would be, you know. Like Ironstone Fang, Ironstone Crest, Liquid Metal, Marble Anvil, Marshlight Area. Might be able to get a better idea when we've unlocked some more items, but like some of these, I'm guessing that I know that there was like an Elderwood staff in the woodlands, so maybe there were a mask as well, and if we'd have found both. Hero's Return, I know that there's like a hero's shield, sword, and boots? I think we've had two of those at one time. But something to consider. The thing is, like I say, there isn't like clues on how to get those, like there are clues for getting the armor. For getting the items, sorry. Right, we want to probably, you know what, I'm gonna go tree bark. And getting that quite early, we might go, well, firstly we want to probably get a better weapon. The ferryman's down here, we'll fight this frog, get these chests and leave. This will turn into an item that when it hatches, will give us, ooh, this is interesting. So, yeah. He's going to gain acid, but he has a massive amount of armor, so it doesn't really matter. So we want to either outlast him, or give him even more acid. So that's what we want to do. So the rusty ring would be a decent idea. However, golden squire's armor that's then going to upgrade. Ooh. That's very interesting. That's extremely interesting. The thing is, though, is are we going to do... a golden muscle potion, by the way, is just good against everything, basically. The thing with the Squire's armor, so it upgrades after you defeat the next boss. It could be good later down the line, but if we've decided that we're gonna... I mean, there's an argument for having that with the Ironstone Spear. But if we're doing tree bark eggs, so this gives us, I think it's 5, it's either 3 or 5 regen, but it gives us some regen if we don't have any regen at the start of the turn, I think. Or something along those lines. So this is really good for a high health run, where we've got loads of regen. This would be better for an armor run. And this is just better against this boss. And this is just good in general, no matter what we do. And it's 2 attack every 3 strikes. That's kinda nuts. I do like items that get better as we go. Right. You know what? That works with the Ironstone Spear. Maybe what we do is... yeah, maybe what we do is we get ourselves with this armor, we go and get ourselves like some acid armor as well. and just have an absolutely ridiculous amount of it. We'll go with the rusty ring for now. It is better against this boss. We did turn down a golden version of it, but you never know, maybe we'll replace this fish and be able to get a gold version going anyway. Ooh, there's an oil over there. I won't say no. I don't think we have... I should have looked on that other... what have we got here? I should have looked when we were looking in that other chest to see if there were another food item actually. Just could throw it in the pot at this point. If speed is equal to attack, gain 3 attack. That would be really good. If we had 3 speed. We do not. But if we can make it work... 3 speed, what could we do? Let me see if I can haggle. Right. Can this give me something that would give me some speed? Oh. This is going to turn into something very good. This we just paid for and it's good. But this is good against this boss and... yeah, go on then. I'll get rid of the egg. Let's go and find the golem before we open anything. Right. Well, let's see what we end up doing here then. So if we can find this golem quick. Where is he? There he is. Now let's see if we can get another item quickly. Nope. Well, here goes nothing. I don't think we have enough. Oh, and we're missing some health. Yeah, we are probably dead here, but we'll see. We're doing a lot of attack at least. Oh, we've got armor, we're getting some bonus attacks, so we're doing a nice amount. That's something at least. We did do some nice amount of acid to him, but it won't be enough. We needed more health or armor or something. Right. We are against... oh. Converts, it gives us 3 acid and converts all health to armor. So we probably don't want to give ourselves more acid. And giving him acid isn't helpful, but some life regen at the start is. Because we'll immediately start regaining the lost health. We'll go and find a nice weapon. Let's see. We could do a what's it? A max health build here. Go for something that's just going to give us a ton of health and regen. So if we're going to do that, we probably don't want the Ironstone Spear. Muscle Potion is always pretty good. Could find something that will give us additional strikes. That would be really good with a muscle potion. The Shrine Flask is bad against this enemy. We'll just take the Royal Horn for now. Say the Abandoned Quarry is here. We're not finding many, like, weapon piles, are we? I'm expecting to have found one by now. Nevertheless, we'll carry on. What have we got here? Right, well, we can get... we don't want to give ourselves even more acid. We'll get the Arcane Bell. Now we've got 2 Symphony items. So we should start getting some money at the start of battle. Hey! Nice little bonus. I've kept saying that I'll try the instruments a bit more, but... there we go. Now I have. So we're after a weapon now. There's a weapon pile. A long slap fest, this, isn't it? There we go, right. The Life Root Staff. When wounded, gain 3 regeneration. I think that's one of the newer ones we've unlocked lately. We don't want the Ironstone Spear, we're not doing armour. That only gives them Riptide once. We're going to go for this, we're going to get some regen. Right, none of those. The Ferryman is in the top left. Should definitely keep an eye out more for where he is. And Spiritual Balance or Wounded remove all purity. Interesting. Very interesting. The Spiritual Balance, if you can manage to pull that off, I bet it's extremely good. The extra attack, like you can probably just like brute force your way through a lot of encounters, I bet, with that. But what we've got now is giving us a nice amount of cash. If the enemy is stunned, gain an additional strike. Stun the enemy so often. Ring blades. Stealing attack is always... Hang on. Hang on. Oh, this is obvious. Now he doesn't have any attack. We win. Right. Okay, I think this is going pretty well. I think we're gonna fight this boss. It's gonna just be a walk in the park. It can't kill us. We will steal his attack. Then all that will happen is we'll run out of armor and things, and then we'll not die. So we'll fight him now. We gain acid, oh no, oh, whoa, but all of our health, oh no! We steal his attack, he can no longer damage us. Boop, 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 boop. And now, he literally cannot hurt us. Done. We've won. The next boss is whenever he is struck, he gains armor. Right. So going for like something that's going to do a whole purity run right now might, I mean, we can still do it. But we just want to look out for, in fact, what we could do here as well, we can just go into some fights here. Actually, yeah, we'll gain 4 armor. Now let me use my other tip that I learned recently. Right. We'll go into the fight. He's going to do 2 damage. We'll get up to 4 armor. So we'll drop to 2 armor. We'll hit him. Oh, no, we won't. He's going to take 1 off us per turn because we're going to steal some of his attack. We should be able to heal from this. Okay. There's our regen. To 3. We hit him. Nice. We're gonna go with... Oh, and there's the seafood hot pot. So we could start doing that. But we do have a serpent lyre. We've now got 3 instruments if we take this. One of a kind completed. We'll now do some kind of super symphony. So we're going around, we're basically role-playing as a bard at this point. Nice. Okay, so we're getting a nice bit of regen, slowly getting back some of this lost health. So what is it we're going to be up against here? So whenever they are struck, they gain armor. We absolutely need to lay acid on this guy thick. Like, we need a good amount of acid here. Pure Lake Helmet to go with Sinful Mirror would be a good idea. Does this mean we're not doing the whole 0 health thing anymore, I guess? Because if we're taking this, we might as well get rid of the Weaver Shield. We might find a large golem. There's a chance. If you have armor, restore health. Give the enemy 5 armor, but we gain 1 attack. Might be worth getting rid of some of these things now. Yeah, it might be worth getting rid of some of them. These instruments, and perhaps... Oh my god, how much acid? Oh yeah, it's because we're versing a slime. Oh, the slime's actually pretty nasty. Right, encore completed. So we've done the challenges for like having a load of instruments. Giving the enemy poison isn't a bad idea. We'll go with that. But yeah, now that we've kind of done those synergies, it's nice though. It has given me a ton of money actually. We might want to just go to the mercantile actually. Because I'm just noticing like how much cash we have on us. It's kind of ridiculous. That said... Right, let's replace that. That gives us this, Then we'll remove all purity when we're wounded, which will heal us up and give us 2 extra attack now. Because we're going to have 2 purity. So that's fantastic. Theremin is down here. Right, and we're looking for, if we can buy anything, we want to buy items that are going to increase our purity. The first time the enemy gains poison, give them 3 additional poison. If we could get spiritual balance to work, it would be brilliant, but... let's see what we've got here. Is it something good? It is... We can get the rusty ring. It'll go with our ring blades. If we get another ring, I might as well fight these, get a bit of extra money. Before we inevitably replace our instruments here. But yeah, if we get another ring, we could potentially here get Highborn, but I'm not sure if that's like a woodland synergy or something. But anyway, we'll go glyphs. You can find some interesting stuff there. We're going to need to find a better way of putting acid on the enemy than just this rusty ring. Every 4 turns, stun the enemy. Countdown. Every 6 turns, gain 3 attack, but we start with -1 damage. After 10, re-trigger all your other tomes. Ooh. You're rarely going to be in a fight for that long. However... So battle start, wounded. Because that decreases all cooldowns. The problem is like, I can see the synergy there. That, okay, hey, we get into a fight. That lowers the cooldowns. Well, I keep saying cooldowns. Countdowns. It lowers the countdowns of, say, for example, this tome. It would lower from 6 to 5. If we got more instruments, they could have a symphony effect, which might hit the arcane bell, which could theoretically lower the countdown a bit more. But it's all kind of sounding a bit sort of wishy-washy. Coulda, shoulda, woulda, maybe it might hit the right thing possibly. And this is going to give us a negative for the first 6 turns, though 5 thanks to the arcane bell. I'm going to take Holy Tome, because 10 is just too long, and it requires other tomes for this tome to be any good. So we're going to go... mind you, cooldown of 4 and it stuns them for a turn isn't bad, but this gives you a massive amount of damage increase. I'm going to put that there. And we're going to hopefully either find another purity item to replace it with, so that Sinful Mirror becomes even better. Ooh, expose 1 purity to gain 5 armor when exposed. If you're below 50% health, gain 1 regen. Thing is, let's see. We're already going to remove our purity. This just gives us like 5 armor. It's not bad, but it's... I guess it's better than what we've got. what to replace it with though. It's a bargaining tempo. We can come back to that if we want. I can think about it. So this, yeah, so that goes to 5. We hit an enemy, it's doing damage, it goes down to 4. It would be good against bosses, this. Ones where we're fighting for a particularly long while. But... let's see what we can get here, and then maybe we can make a decision after we get another tome or 2. I mean, the ring only gives... well, we still want the ring. Because it's going to give us highborn. Which unfortunately means that the likely targets for removal are probably the instruments here, but also the things lowering our... I think we're maybe trying to do too many things at once here. Maybe if we do Stormcloud Tome, it'll help us get the Holy Tome going. But mind you, I tell you what, this is only one aspect. Well, we do want Highborn. This is making my head scratch, this one. I'm trying to think though where we're going to get another ring from. Mind you, I think you can get the same ring. I think you just need 3 rings in your inventory. I don't think it has to be unique ones. So we might be able to actually get that. Right. Wait a minute. Peaceful ways. Yeah, so we're just... so we're dealing poison damage to him in the meantime, but we've completely lowered our damage to 0 by default. So how does that play out? So... yeah, this is... it's weird. Right, give the enemy 2 riptides, stun the enemy for a turn. Cooldown 6, restore health to full. Right, I think we're doing... I think we're not getting this highborn thing. I think that we... let's see... I think we remove Rusty Ring. And the Ferryman is above. We fight the turtle. I think we need to get a second arcane bell at some point in the hopes that we can then get it to reduce cooldowns by 2 at the start. Ooh, another Pure Lake helmet, but we're good. At the moment... oh, we have got 56 bloody gold. Let's just get to the merchantile. Just go. We might find the items we're looking for there. Maybe this will give us some answers as to what we should do. Plus, the items it gives are often at least like rares, you know, we'll at least find like blue items at them. We'll not keep opening things because, quite frankly, not got a lot of space right now. Look at that cash. I will say, if you get the arcane bell and the I forget the name of the other one, but that other instrument that would normally only trigger when you're wounded, that gives you a couple gold, you can do some really good things with money. Right now, yeah, the main issue we're gonna have is that, again, it's what we really need is to be able to just acid the hell out of him, but we can't. Like this particular boss, you need acid. We don't have that, so it's probably not going to go great, but if we get these going, maybe we just brute force through, who knows. He doesn't do an awfully large amount of damage, so... And he's about to make us lose purity, which will give us some attack damage. Pretty nice. Now, here we go. Tome is done. 8 damage, suddenly. But it's probably not going to be enough. Like, as much damage as we are doing, and we are doing a stupendous amount of damage, like that really was working. It just wasn't working against that character. But we did do Encore. River Symphony 3 times in battle. Wounded. Gain 3 regen. And for having 4 different unique items in our inventory, we gain 1 regen for each equipped wooden item. Interesting. Peaceful Ways. Win a battle with 0 base attack. The Holy Shield. -1 damage, 6 armor, -1 speed. Right. So you can absolutely turtle up with something like this. I don't see that being very useful. Like, for 6 armor? Yeah, that's very poor. See why it's a green item. Right. But that does give us some interesting unlocks. Like, yeah, we can now, let's see, have 4 different instruments equipped. So we haven't done all the instrument stuff yet. Have a diamond tome. Have 10. So we have to have 10 or more poison. And fungal fiend. I'm thinking that's suggesting that we get like the fungal sword that you can sometimes see. We need to beat that turtle to get this one. Win against stone scale basilisk. We've got. Then probably there's another boss there. Have 2 cooked cauldron items. 5 more sink. Oh, just travel through sinkholes a lot. And get tomes. Anyway, for now though, that's going to do it. That's been He Is Coming, and I will see you next time. Where, I mean, again, an interesting run that one, where we got a load of money. If we'd have made it to the merchant, if we'd have just managed to get a bit further along, we might have been able to buy our way out of that. We were very close, to be fair. I think maybe if we'd have maybe kept the ring, or even if we'd have got the arcane bell to like level 2. Well, not level 2. If we'd have got it to a gold item, I mean. If we'd have got the arcane bell to a gold item, so it removed 2 cooldown at the start, because that was actually a surprisingly strong run. Like, think about it, it's against the Hydra. That could have really scaled. Like, if we could have actually got through there, we were probably though trying to do too much stuff. It's because we saw the purity stuff. It was like, ooh, here's some purity things, here's some cool stuff with like cooldowns and other stuff. I probably should have picked one and leaned into it, and instead I ended up getting a bit torn and indecisive. You know, we're going to try to get 3 rings, we only need 1 more, and we're going to try to get... It reminds me of like when you're playing an auto battler. I remember, well, not auto battler. What were it now? They used to have like there were a while back. There were like all these like auto chess games coming up, like these auto battler things. I don't think they're as popular nowadays, but you would always like a feature of them is you'd always combine like 2 or 3 units to create like a more powerful version of them. And it's like, you know, you've got 3 or 4 things on the boil and you're kind of going like, oh god, which, you know, you're looking out for all the things at the shop, re-rolling it constantly. It reminds me of that. Again, I still think that the game that he is coming should probably have either like a little backpack where you can put spare items you're not using at the moment, just so that you can more easily get synergies and things and gold items. Or it should, if not do that, then the golem should be removed and you should just be able to turn things into gold items there and then on the spot if you pick up a second one, I think, but that's just me. Anyway, we'll give it another go next time and I will see you then.